The decorations on the table all gave off a tea fragrance, but this particular tea pet couldn't get the tea scent. These decorations were the pets of tea drinkers. There was an old man holding an abacus, a golden toad, and a Buddha statue. They were all tea pets. As long as a little tea water was poured on them during tea time, their colors would gradually become darker. Over time, the essence of the tea would seep into their bodies. Even if tea water was not poured on them later, they would still give off a tea fragrance. But this tea pet, no matter how much tea water was poured on it, its color never changed. If it were not a masterpiece left by a master, it would have been thrown away long ago. At night, the tea pets would come to life. The old man with the abacus would count how many times the tea pets were poured on every day. The book-loving golden pig was poured on 9 times, while the golden toad beside it claimed that it was poured on 11 times. Its good performance drew everyone's praise and envy. The golden toad prepared to share the secret of its success. Everyone was interested, but the golden toad just played a trick on them. It not only boasted about itself but also spoke ill of the tea pets that were not poured on. The tea pet seemed not to care on the surface, but in fact, it felt very disappointed. The golden pig came over to comfort and encourage him, but he knew he had to make his color darker. However, this idea could only be realized in his dreams. Just at that moment, a white ball was speeding through the Ferris wheel and unexpectedly came to their room. It woke up the tea pet that was having a good dream. Everyone was curious about the ball and was just about to study it carefully when the little ball started to move by itself. It turned out to be a robot. It claimed that it came from 3 years later. Because of an accidental wormhole travel, it came to this world. The tea pet didn't believe it, so it asked the robot to predict what would happen next. The robot said that there would be a sound from the sky soon. Sure enough, an airplane flew over the sky. Then it predicted that a young man would appear in the store. The tea pet immediately laughed at the robot, saying that the first person to enter the store every day should be the boss. However, when the store opened, a delivery man hurried in and brought the goods into the room. This time the tea pet completely believed in the robot, so it asked its name. After learning that it had no name, the tea pet gave it a name. Then the tea pet discussed with the robot in the corner whether there was a way to make its color darker. After scanning, the robot found that its knowledge base was incomplete, so it couldn't give an answer. At the same time, the robot was also confused about its own identity. It decided to go back to the future to find the answer. In order to become a darker color, the tea pet decided to go with the robot to look for the wormhole to the future.